right, guys, it's another Talk Dragon Tuesday with RPW. Today is the 26th of February, which means we've got to the final week of the Winter Joel season. Now, if you're new to my channel, this is where you're going to find all the latest information. Every Talk Dragon Tuesday I put out every Tuesday, hence the name, where we talk about war dragons. Now, this series is really great about giving you not only the latest information, but a place where you can win a $20 in-game pack for your playing at War Dragons. Now, this prize we'll go over a little bit later on the information on this, so you can find out exactly how you can enter this week. So be sure to stick around so you don't miss out on that information. And also, if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then that bell for notifications for in case I go live or post another video. Now, as for live, I haven't been doing a lot of those this past week. I'm super excited, guys. We've been getting together some stuff in our house to prepare for other stuff to bring to you guys, more content and more fun. If you notice on the left-hand side center of this image, you're going to see RPW Gaming with 3 characters, no longer just 1. That's right, guys. My teenage daughters, who are a hoot, will be joining me here on this channel. So we're going to be bringing you guys more content and not just War Dragons. So it's literally going to become the RPW Gaming channel. I'm super excited about this. Now today I really want to talk about the things coming up this week, including the new 300 wall breakdown. This is going to allow a lot of you that are over the level 300 to actually make progression for a change. So before we get into this week's information, let's talk about the changes coming to my channel. Now, RPW Gaming, I've decided to keep the name RPW just because, well, that's pretty much who I am to most everybody that's here. But my daughters, Lindsay and Chris, will be joining me. And I think our first live stream is going to be them teaching me how to do the game Fortnite. So this could be interesting. I know my daughter gets very aggravated whenever she's playing with other people, and I don't know what I'm doing. So that's going to be a fun live stream we're going to be doing later. And then later this week, I'm also hoping to bring back another drink and, dragons video. So be sure to stick around for that as well. Now, back into the information about the wall. The wall breakdown is pretty simple. So if you look at this chart here, when we first started playing the game, when you first began, you would actually need to get a very, very small amount of XP to grow. And I'm talking back like when you were level 4, for example. I mean, we're literally talking the very beginning. And as you grew and as you progressed in the game and your level continued to increase, the amount of XP that you would need in order to go up even further would increase as well. And it was somewhat of a slope effect when you first began this game. Now, here's the problem. Once you reached a certain level, which in this case is a level 300, it is a massive growth, a massive amount of a jump. For example, if you look here on the blue line, so it followed the same line. They're not changing anything prior to a level 200 to a level 300. So you imagine it followed the same line and then it jumped up to almost 400,000 XP in order to, go to your next level. And it literally stays this way until you become a level 500. So you go on all of a sudden jump and then it's the same all the way out. So the curve that should be there was not there. Now, so what they've done is they've noticed that this creates a lot of discouragement in players. Once people get to level 300, they get very discouraged. They quit the game and they don't go any further. So what they decided to do was allow this curve to continue out. Now, I don't think there's any plans to fix the tiny little jump up there in the level 200 range, but it is very small. It is very minute. So compared to that level 300 wall that you had to face, it is majorly different. So what does this mean for you? Well, this means if you're level 300 or below, you're not going to see any changes, as your current gaming experience. Now, if you're above a level 300, when you clock in or you log in after the update is completed today, you're actually going to start noticing that your level is going to climb. So let's say you're level 304, you might get finished up. When you log in, it's going to say, congratulations, you're level 305, level 306, level 3, all the way up to maybe 312, for example. Now, one of the things they want us to let you know is it's going to do that. It's going to run you through each and every one. And if you're going up like 100 levels, that could take all day. So what you can do, and it will not hurt your progression at all, is you can log off the game, log back in, and you should be finished with all those. You should be at your new level at that point. So with that being said, that might be something you want to choose to do, especially if you're around the 350 range or the 400 range, because you could be there for close to an hour going through all of your upgrades, your up leveling. So that is something you can do. kind of helps speed that up. Now, with that being said, if you don't want to wait till afterwards to see what your level's going to be, and you kind of want to know what it's supposed to be, just in case there be a glitch, or you fear that there might be a glitch, even though they're saying there should not in this situation, then you can always jump over and kind of double check prior to what your level should be. Now, there is a way to do this. Make sure you do it correctly. But if you go over to the forums, Mashang has actually created a calculator to allow you to see what your new level would be. Now, what you're going to have to do is put in your current level and the amount of XP needed. Now, you're not going to put just the 3 digits. You need to put the full amount. So don't put 200K. You got to put in there 200,000. And then in your new part, it's going to be in the next section. It'll automatically calculate for you what your new level is going to be. Now, I'll be sure to share the link to the forums where he's got this in there so that you guys can go and try this out for yourself. Anyways, Mashang, thank you for that. You are always awesome with those graphs. Okay, so what else is coming this week? It would be the Kingdom Wars. I know there was a lot of players putting out there in those, little chat rooms. I was saying, I think it's going to be the feeding. I was like, oh, no, it's not the feeding, but it is the Kingdom Wars, which is one of my favorite PvPs. However, if you don't know about the Kingdom Wars and you need a little bit of help for you or your team, be sure to go check out my Event Guide series playlist, and you will find the Kingdom Wars in there. And then I think some past Talk Dragon Tuesdays that are titled Kingdom Wars will give you some information as well. Now, the thing about this specific PvP, it is the last week of the season. So a lot of us are really drawing, low on our stuff, like very low. So a lot of, people have spent their rubies on those sigil chests. And then, of course, we've already finished up the egg token bonuses where you get a lot of your inner fires and stuff. So this will be a struggle for anyone that does not have a lot of resources. But it can still be fun. Go out there, get the last little bit you need, and really push hard to get the last piece that you might need for that dragon. All right, guys, as I say, we're going to be low on resources because people have been opening super sigil chests, and I'm not a huge fan. I let you guys know right off the bat, I'm not a big fan. Now, with that being said, this is the last week. If you are a fan of super sigil chests and you have great luck, go for it. This is your last week. However, I will say, I decided to waste, and test out the one sigil chest thing on an alt that I don't really play very often. And, oh my gosh. So I opened up one with 1,000, and I think I got like 150 sigils. Then I opened up another one, and I got 75 sigils. I'm like, woo! 2,000 rubies, okay? 2,000 rubies for 225 sigils. I was not very happy. But anyways, if you do open these, it's better to open them up in 10 packs. You're going to get a much better situation. But you really should break this down. I still think the gold chests are way more worth than these super sigil chests, but it's completely up to you. I know a lot of you reached out to me after I said this last week and were like, yeah, but I got this and I got that. And I'm like, that's awesome, but I don't have that kind of luck. I don't know if super sigil chests don't like me, or I don't know what it is. But for me, it is not something I like to spend my rubies on. But this is the last week, and if you are wanting to get those super sigil chests, your chance will run out come Tuesday night. So be sure to get in there and get those going. Not this Tuesday night, but by my next Talk Dragon Tuesday. That way you can utilize those to finish up any prizes you might be working on in the event. Now, speaking of chests and prizes, let's go ahead and go and see who won last week's $20 in-game pack giveaway. I could not believe the submissions and the hours that people are admitting to playing. Like this guy, 70 plus hours per week. 68 hours a day. Not 68, but 628. I do speak a little quickly sometimes. Like, wow. So yeah, that's the kind of playtime I was doing. I was doing over 70, 80 hours a week between playing the game on my account, my alts, and then of course making, information in line or for the team or whatever. And then, add in YouTube as well. I was lucky to get sleep. So it has been, something that's burnt me out pretty bad. But guys, just remember to try to keep a balance. You don't have to just play this game. You can play other games, spend time with your friends, your family, whatever, because that's out there. I know that there's some of you that play this game that actually are in a situation where you can't get out, like you might be disabled or whatever, and this game gives you that out or that, ability to be with other people, and that is fantastic. That's one of the best things about this game, is it allows you to have that community function that you would not otherwise have. So that's always great. Now, while I get this set up, I do want to point out that last week's winner did not get a prize because his in-game name was either put in incorrectly when he typed it in, or something. So if you were the winner of last week's contest, be sure to get a hold of me. And just to remind you guys, if you change your endgame name after you've been chosen as the winner, you need to let me know. Because if you change that, we do not know how to find you, unfortunately. And I've looked for him in other comments for later on, and I cannot find you. So if you were last week's winner, be sure to reach out to me in the game so we can get you your prize. Now let's go ahead and start for this week's winner. We're going to go ahead and click this little start button and let the names start rolling through. Look at all these names. Unfortunately, they're not the in-game names. They're the YouTube names. But let's see who's this week's winner is going to be. I'll go ahead and close out this ad so we can see it as it pops up. All right. This week's winner is going to be Head Crackler, who says he plays 5 hours a day on average. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. Anyways, guys, congratulations. You are the winner, Head Crackler, and make sure you utilize that to, do whatever it is you got to finish up with the season, or save it for the next season, because it is literally right around the corner. All right, thank you for sticking around into this week's video. Now it's time to talk about how you can win the $20 in-game pack for this week. So with that being said, all you're gonna have to do is scroll clear to the bottom of my video, and you're gonna do a comment, and you have to include your in-game name. Once you've done your in-game name, I need you to put a hashtag, and after the hashtag, I want you to put what your favorite dragon of this season, the Winter Joel season, was now that the season has ended. Now, with that being said, once you've done that, you're going to be entered for a chance to win, and I will post the video just like today's in next Talk Dragon Tuesday. So I'll see you guys then. However, just a little bit of fine print for you guys. All of these in-game packs are actually provided by War Dragons, and I want to thank them for sponsoring my Talk Dragon Tuesday every week and sponsoring me as a Creators Faction member. And of course, I want to thank all of you for your support and coming in and helping keep my channel alive. All right, guys, that is it for this week. And I'll be sure to get back with you guys later during the week with some regular videos, maybe some live streams. There is some things coming this week. I'm pretty excited. And like I said, last week, I was getting some things ready for the stuff coming up this week that I've decided to do. I mean, there's nothing like trying to figure out a way to spend time with your kids by figuring out a different gaming situation. So stick around so you know exactly what's happening with that. We've got a lot of little kinks to work out. So hopefully by this weekend, we'll be ready for a live stream with you guys. Anyways, that's it for today, and I will see you guys next time.